Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Derek here. Today we are reacting to another episode of Star Wars The Clone Wars. This is going to be a sad one. This is Order 66. It's happening in this episode. Last episode was kind of insane, both in terms of what happened on, like, in the actual show and kind of like how it did. So I mentioned last time how, episode 1 of the Siege of Mandalore had done really well comparatively to my other Clone Wars videos, because it was at like 500 some views or something. Well, episode 2 of the Siege of Mandalore is at like almost 3,000. And for my channel, that's pretty good, like really, really good. So thank you guys for that. It means a lot. But in terms of what happened last time, we had, obviously the big event was Maul versus Ahsoka, and just the awesome, like, beautiful fight scene that they had that was mocapped by Ray Park, who played Maul in The Phantom Menace. And then I didn't know this at the time, but the person who did the mocap for Ahsoka was actually the same person that did the armorer in The Mandalorian, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, there was a lot of deep stuff about, like, Maul came really close to, like, really fully unearthing and getting in the way of the Emperor's plan, which obviously he doesn't succeed in stopping it, but he came really close. Like, he got Ahsoka to agree to help him, and she was gonna do it until he said that Anakin is gonna be the Emperor's new apprentice. So he kind of got himself in a little bit of trouble by just, like, telling the truth. Because obviously she loves Anakin and she's not gonna believe that he turns to the dark side, which sucks. But the Siege of Mandalore was awesome so far because there was lots of cool fight scenes, lots of, like, it was kind of like, not, I don't know how to, it's like a heartbreaking, like, watching a train crash in slow motion. Like, there's nothing you can do to stop it, but you know it's coming, and you know it's gonna happen, and you wish you could change the outcome, but you can't, and it makes you sad watching it. And going into this episode, there are definitely going to be some things that are going to be sad. Like, we were all kind of happy that Jesse survived last episode and Maul didn't kill him, but that means that he now is going to be taking part in Order 66. And they captured Maul, and they're presumably bringing him back to somewhere to be tried, but that's obviously not going to work out because I'm interested. Yeah, it's not going to work out. But I'm interested to see, like, how Ahsoka and Rex deal with Order 66 and how they survive. Like, I don't fully remember, because it's been a long time since I watched the first 6 seasons of the Clone Wars. Like, I don't fully remember what Rex's situation with the chip in his head is, if his is, like, fried or gone, or how he kind of, like, circumvents that somehow. But it's gonna be heartbreaking. It's gonna be really sad to watch. Just something that you wish you could change, but you can't. And this and then next episode are the last episodes of Clone Wars. I've seen some rumors or things just from, like, other Star Wars channels on here. I haven't actually watched the videos, but just, like, looking at their thumbnail and title of the video, some channels seem to think that there is potentially going to be more Clone Wars coming, just based off of how well this did. Disney might be planning to kind of give Ahsoka her own series, kind of like showing what she did after and before Rebels. And That would be pretty cool. I would enjoy that. But if this is all we get, I mean, these last 2 episodes have been absolutely wonderful. So I'm pretty excited. But yeah, before we jump in, please leave a like on the video and please subscribe if you want to see more. I can't thank you guys enough for how well these last 2 videos have done. So let's jump into it. It already seems very somber.
You actually captured it. I'm impressed.
That is what the council wanted.
Still, you succeeded where many have failed.
I've learned from the best, including you.
Commander, I have the council waiting.
And Master Skywalker, were you able to contact him?
He was at the meeting when I left to get you.
Yeah.
Go on. I can handle this.
Some bad things are about to happen.
I sense a plot to destroy the Jedi. The dark side of the Force surrounds the Chancellor.
Frick.
If he does not give up his emergency powers after the destruction of Grievous, then he should be removed from office.
Dark place this line of thought will carry us. Great care we must take.
This is directly from episode 3.
I understand your mission was a success.
Yes, I have Maul in custody. I will escort Commander Rex when he delivers him to Coruscant.
A great service,
I did my duty as a citizen.
not as a Jedi.
No, not yet.
Not yet. She's open to it though.
I'm Master Kenobi?
Frick.
Engage the enemy. He has.
Then the war could be over soon.
Hello there.
That depends on the Chancellor.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, citizen. These matters are for the Council to discuss.
Come on, Mace.
I understand.
You punk.
Ahsoka, more to say, have you? A message for Skywalker, perhaps?
No, Master.
Come on.
I'll tell him myself when I see him.
You could have saved
May
him.
the Force be with you, Padawan.
Pretty sure the next time she sees him is
Tell them what Maul said about
in Rebels.
Skywalker.
No, I didn't.
So she told Rex. Interesting. But she didn't want to tell them? It's a very Empire looking lineup right there. It just reminds me of the scene when Darth Vader and the Emperor are walking and all the stormtroopers are lined up like that in the hangar. Clones on one side, Mandalorians on the other. The music, it's just like
Impressive. I suspect even
bad things are gonna happen.
A relic. Goodbye, Ahsoka Tano.
I'm nervous. Oh. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I know what's gonna happen, and I'm just like, my leg won't stop bouncing. It's, There's so much like Empire vibes happening right now. Like, I know it hasn't been declared yet, but it looks like they're all just trying to like maintain composure and not give themselves away.
Something on your mind?
It's so quiet. The quiet before the storm.
We were trained to be keepers of the peace, not soldiers. But all I've been since I was a Padawan is a soldier.
Without it, we clones
Wouldn't exist.
wouldn't exist.
Well, then perhaps some good has come from all of it. The Republic couldn't have asked for better soldiers, nor I a better friend.
Aww. Hug. Give each other a hug. You're gonna need it.
Commander Rex, the latest briefing has come in. Want to have a look? Might have an update on General Kenobi's evidence.
You go. I'm sure it's more good news.
Oh, it's super not good news. Oh, it's mega not good news. The atmosphere in this episode. Oh, it's happening right now. I like that they used the audio
Order 66.
from episode 3.
Yes, Lord Sidious.
Rex?
No. I'll do it.
Rex, what's happening?
Stay back!
He's fighting it.
Find him. Find him. Fives. Find him!
Find fives. Oh my god, this is beautiful. She's directing it upwards so she could escape.
Seven. But you're right. Fine. Just tired as well. All right. We know Ahsoka Tano's on board. She's been marked for termination by Order 66. Under this directive, any and all Jedi leadership must be executed for treason against the Republic. Any soldier that does not...
You're getting dangerously close. What if she saves him?
Don't make me regret this.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
He's aware of
I was not privy to
the
my
details.
master's plan, but now I see it. He turned the Jedi's own army against them. Well, you've done the right thing by coming to me. Only together can we survive this. Now, if you will follow my lead.
You don't understand. I'm not here to team up with you. I need a diversion, and you're it. Now go cause some chaos.
We're not a team. You're a distraction.
Kid, give me a fighting chance.
I'm not rooting for you. Now get going.
He wanted a lightsaber, but she's obviously not going to give him one.
R7, I need your help. Are you sure you want to help? It could be dangerous. Okay, let's get started. R7, patch into the central computer. Bring up every secure file on Clone Trooper CT-5555.
Fives. Find fives.
Okay, Rex. What am I looking for?
That. The chip in his brain.
R7, bring up that report. It's sealed. Try Anakin's passcode.
Top secret.
108.
I'm not sure I believe it myself, but there's a possibility that the inhibitor chips the Kaminoans put inside us have a purpose that we don't yet fully understand.
This is Maul. Dear Lord. Oh man. Almost as intimidating as the Darth Vader scene. Oh, no. Ugh. Just an arm. Not bad. I thought he was gonna get completely cut in half.
Rex, I think I know what's happening. I saw your report on Fives. It isn't your fault. You were programmed. Your mind was altered to do this when you were very young. I can help you.
Where is she?
I'm right here.
Ugh.
Careful!
Kind of like a little gurney. I assume she's gonna take it out, right?
But the chip has to be there. Check again.
She's gonna take it out with the Force. She's just gonna rip that thing out of his brain.
I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me. I am one with the Force.
Rogue One callbacks, baby.
I am one with the Force, and the
Force is with me.
I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me. I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
Right there, baby.
You found it?
I thought she was just gonna rip it out of his head.
R7, get him under and remove that thing.
She's trying so hard not to kill these guys. Yes, Rex, you absolute goat.
Rex, are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, kid. I'm okay. Sorry for what happened earlier. I almost killed you.
How widespread is this?
Ahsoka, it's all of us. The entire Grand Army of the Republic has been ordered to hunt down and destroy the Jedi Knights.
Fricked. I kind of got emotional when he called her kid. Like, just having him be back and on her side again was... We needed that. Man, I can't describe, like, how uneasy... Like, I knew Order 66 was coming, but, like, all the way up until that point, I was just, like... Oh, my chest was tight, and I was just, like, waiting for it, and I was nervous, and I was getting kind of cold. Like, Oh my gosh. Freaking A. Okay. What do I have to say about that? Like, I really like how parallel things were with episode 3. Both, like, the first time I noticed it was on the video call with Mace Windu and stuff, when he was like, I sense a plot to destroy the Jedi. I'm pretty sure, like, most of that conversation was taken just straight from episode 3. And so that was really cool to see. This episode was very quiet. And that was all essentially in the lead up to what was going to happen. Like, Maul wasn't allowed to talk. He had cover over his mouth. He couldn't deliver any, like, menacing lines to kind of, like, heighten the sense of, like, doom. Like, it was all just very calm, very quiet, like, sense of foreboding. And I think that drives home to just how in control the Emperor is in this moment. Like this wasn't just a thing where he was just like, he pieced it together and just kind of like put it out there like last minute or like as he was going. Like, this was a methodically planned thing that he had been orchestrating for a long time. So, like, there wasn't any nervousness. Like, he wasn't concerned about whether or not this was going to work out. Like, he had planned this for so long and it's just working perfectly. So, like, it wasn't like, it was calm and it was quiet and it was just, like, it almost felt like it had already happened in a sense, because the imagery of the clones, like how they were lined up and like their movements and the setting of the ship, for some reason, all felt very like Empire-ish. Like, it reminded me quite a bit of, like, they didn't seem like clones, they felt like stormtroopers. Just, I don't know, everything about it, I was like, it felt like I was watching an episode of the Clone Wars, like, set in the original trilogy somehow. I don't know, but it was just very, again, very calm, very quiet, like the calm before the storm, like, or the calm in the center of a storm. Like, we had the storm come in the first 2 episodes, the hurricane come in the first 2 episodes, and there was chaos and battle, and then just the calm in the middle of, like, it is the sadness and the grief. Like, they could all sense what was about to happen. And then there's the moment where she's standing at the window after they jump to hyperspace, and it literally plays the audio from episode 3 of Anakin and Mace Windu and the Emperor, like their interaction and their conflict, and the Emperor killing Mace Windu. He might not be dead technically, 99% chance he's dead, but like there's some theories and stuff that Mace Windu survived that fall. I know Samuel L. Jackson wants to believe he survived that fall, but he's almost certainly dead. And they didn't use the audio of like the Clone Wars voices of that, so it wasn't like Matt Lanter and I think Sam Witwer plays the Emperor in this show as well. But it wasn't them, and whoever does Mace Windu's voice, like, it was, I'm pretty sure that was the audio from the movie with Samuel L. Jackson, Hayden Christensen, and who played the Emperor? Ian McKellen. Not Ian McKellen. Why can't I remember his name? It's Ian something. I can't remember the actor's name. I'll remember it probably like halfway through talking. Yeah, but it used that audio, which was like, like, it was a nice way of showing, like, kind of syncing up the timelines a little bit of like, this is what's happening exactly right now. So that means in that moment, Rex and the other clones, they turn on Ahsoka, and then also all the other Jedi are being killed, and Obi-Wan is being attacked by the clones. Like, all of this is happening at once, and Rex is like, find fives. Like, you need to find fives. Like, he knows even in that moment, like, it's activating, and he's trying to fight it. Like, his guns are shaking. Like, he's actively trying to fight it, and eventually he succumbs and he can't fight it anymore. And they're just all firing on Ahsoka, and it's just like very beautifully shot, and she escapes. And it's just like, ugh. Oh man, like that, she got so lucky that she had 2 lightsabers. That might be the only reason she's survived. I mean, she's obviously excellent and strong and powerful in her own right, but like, I think in those moments when you're surrounded by a bunch of clones, you either need the dual lightsabers, like my boy Cal Kestis in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, to deflect all those bullets, or you need 2 lightsabers. And if you have one, it's just not going to cut it when they're that close and there's that many of them. I don't know if that's actually the reason she survived. But, everyone's dying. Plo Koon died. Ugh, I love that man. Kit Fisto was killed by the Emperor. That was a bummer. Like, all these things are happening all in the same time frame. And then she goes and just lets Maul out. And she's like, we're not teaming up here, pal. He's like, thank you. Let's go end this. And she's like, no, you're a distraction. I'm not giving you a lightsaber. I'm not giving you jack squat. I'm just sending you out to cause destruction so that I can escape or figure out what's going on. I need to buy time. And he had a pretty dope scene, reminiscent, but not quite hitting the same horror level of Darth Vader in the hallway. Because Darth Vader, it's just like, it goes all quiet and it's all dark and you just see and you hear his breathing. That was like a straight horror movie. But this was like hallway scene light, where like he's still menacing and it's still like crazy intimidating that he's just destroying these guys with the Force. It doesn't even need a lightsaber. But Vader definitely still holds that crown for best hallway scene. And in the meantime, Ahsoka, she's just finding information. So she finds some droids to help her get some info, and she finds the report on Fives, which she accesses with Anakin's password because he's now a Sith Lord. So I don't know how they updated his access that quickly. Actually, it probably wasn't because of that. It was probably just because she's no longer in the Jedi Order, and he's on the Council, so he has that access. But she finds out about I think they probably knew about the inhibitor chips, but previously they probably thought these chips were just in place to where if a clone goes off the rails, you kind of like shut them down, deal with it that way. But this report, Rex is saying like, these have a bigger purpose than that. Like, there's something behind this, which is what we found out late in earlier seasons. And yeah, so she knows that the chip is designed to systematically wipe out the Jedi. And so she sets up kind of a mini operation and, knocks Rex out, gets him into the operating table, and like the clones are bearing down on her. And I think she got shot in the arm or the hand or or something, but she dropped one of her lightsabers, or like just couldn't use that arm, so she's just trying to do it with one arm. And then Rex wakes up just in time and caps some fools. And then the episode ends. And well, before it ends, she's like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm okay, kid." And that moment when he calls her kid, I don't know why, but I started to get a tiny bit choked up. I was like, "Oh, freaking A, Rex. Like, you're an absolute gem." Like, I wish they had the time to take the chips out of everyone. We don't know what happened to Jesse. Presumably he is doing bad things with the other clones, but we didn't get a focus on him yet. But I assume next episode is just gonna be Rex and Ahsoka trying to escape the ship somehow, and then setting things up for the future, maybe, because there's a decent gap between this next episode and where we see Ahsoka and Rebels as Fulcrum. And some of this has been explained in like the Ahsoka comics or books or whatever, but I think it would be cool to show it in a show, kind of giving Ahsoka her own show, her own limited run or whatever. Like, I think that would be really cool. And then seeing her possibly show up in season 2 of The Mandalorian, that would be really nice. I'm interested to see how they're gonna end. It. If it's gonna be a longer episode, it comes out on like Monday or something like that, so pretty quick, on May the 4th. But I don't know. This episode was excellent. It was a very sad, somber episode. Man, I freaking love Star Wars. I think that's all I got, though. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like on the video. Please subscribe if you want to see more of my reactions, if you love Star Wars. But I will catch you guys on Monday or Tuesday when my reaction for the finale goes up. But yeah, that's all I got. Peace.